What's really brought you two together?
I always have a little bit of trouble sleeping the day before an important doctor's appointment. Tomorrow is my second fill, my second tissue expander fill. Last week they filled me with 50 cc's in each breast, and I did really well, healing really well, and I'm hoping to get a good night's rest, so tomorrow I can do the same. I still have a tiny bit of fluid in my right breast, but not nearly as much as I had last week, so if they have to drain any tomorrow, which could likely happen, it shouldn't be a lot, and I'm just looking forward to furthering along this process because I'm ready. I'm excited, and I feel like even though it's going to be difficult, I have a lot to look forward to. So here we go. Hey everybody, it's me, and in this video I wanted to take a moment to talk about the process of tissue expanders when you're having breast reconstructive surgery. Well, first of all, I want to let you know my name is Brittany. I am a 3-time cancer survivor, and I just was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma last summer. I had a full mastectomy, not bilateral but lateral on my left side, and then after a year I decided to go ahead with the removal of the non-cancerous tissue, thank God, on the right, and have breast reconstructive surgery. The reason for doing that I decided to do that was in the video that I titled I Changed My Mind, but by popular demand these questions have been the most commonly asked regarding this surgery on my channel, and also most of these things aren't discussed and should be discussed about so much more prior to having breast reconstructive surgery and tissue expanders. I was not made aware by how impossible and difficult this process was going to be. I should have known, and I only knew after the fact from friends of mine. I'm going to shout out to Caroline here, who basically told me that you're going to feel like you are in labor for 3 months because the pain is going to be so intense and uncomfortable in your chest. You're going to feel like you are in labor for 3 months after you have your expanders put in before your exchange surgery. So so far I've had 2 fills on each breast of saline. I've had my tissues expanders put in, and I've had 2 fills. You weekly or bi-weekly, depending on your doctor, will go in to have your fills, your saline fills, to get your skin to expand to the point where you want enough for there to be, for then to be able to put in your permanent or semi-permanent implants. That's a controversial topic in itself. A lot of doctors say that implants have a shelf life. I'll be making another video about that in the future, but right now I just want to talk about tissue expanders while that's on my mind, and also just because it's really important. The first thing I want to let you know is, do not watch a video of your surgery. Do not look up on YouTube what tissue expander, breast removal, breast reconstructive tissue removal surgery is going to be like, because you will be frightened out of your mind. Don't do it. I would recommend, if you're wondering why you're in pain, wait for day 3 and then look at a video, and that'll be all that you need to know. I want to let you know some things I experienced that you will likely experience, and I'm just gonna shoot them off the top of my head. First of all, you're gonna feel your heart pounding in the back of your head. That's totally normal. There's a foreign object in your body and a new foreign object in your body. your body isn't able to, even if you're following all the directions, even if you're wearing your compression bras, your compression socks, everything, your body isn't used to that foreign thing. So your oxygen flow is going to be a little bit off. For about 4 to 5 days, I felt tingling, numbness in my feet and legs. Mostly from the calves and shins down. You're going to feel heart palpitations there, but you're also going to feel it right here on the nape of your neck, at the bottom of your head. You're going to feel your heart throbbing. That's normal. Please don't freak out unless you feel dizzy or, you know, you're doing something. Well, you're going to feel dizzy. You're going to feel odd. I felt completely odd for the first week and a half, besides those 2 days where I felt like I was going to die. Whole other video. It's down there. But it's normal. It's also normal for you to not sweat, and I want to share that as well. Don't bother wearing deodorant until after you take your first shower. Your body is not going to be able to produce sweat glands under your armpits, because when your immune system is fighting off something foreign or any kind of infection in your body whatsoever, you will be receiving an antibiotic, obviously, but your immune system is not strong enough to produce sweat glands. So not only will you not smell, but you're not going to be able to sweat. So don't bother wearing deodorant. Don't freak out that you're not sweating under your pits. I live in Georgia, and I had my surgery in late June, and I was like, why am I not sweating under my armpits? Duh, immune system. This happened to you last time. You have to remember. The third thing I want to say is that the drains are the most horrible part of all of it in the beginning. They're going to feel rock hard. You have these two very, very rock hard things in your body. I'm going to see if I can show you. So I just got filled today. These are the ports, and these are the pieces of metal where they can find the port to put the saline in your body to help your tissue grow to be the size that you want your breasts to be. So for example, my surgeon marked me at 450 cc's as my max. That means that I can go up to 450 cc's in my tissue expanders if I choose. If I don't, I can go a little lower than that, but I can go up to that size. When you have your exchange surgery, you're more than likely going to go a little higher on the implant and a little lower than in your tissue expander decision. It varies person to person, and I'll make another video about that later, but I do want to let you know, for example, I had 450 as the size of my tissue expander bags. So each week they'll either fill me with 50 to 100 cc's depending on how I'm doing. Now, since this was only my second fill, and because I don't want to go too big, I didn't want to go and have 100 cc's put in here yet, because I still had some fluid, still do have a minor bit of fluid in my right breast cavity that needed to be drained, and your body's just still trying to get used to what the heck is going on inside, you know, your body. It's harder than getting a boob job. I'm just letting you know. No shade to anybody who's getting a boob job for fun and isn't getting it because of cancer or the BRCA gene. It's harder than a boob job. When you get your explant surgery and your implants put in, it's going to be a lot easier. I'm not saying it's going to be a walk in the park, but it's going to be a lot easier. You have to wear whatever size you land on at the end, whatever size you decide to stop, and you're like, hey dude, I want to stop. This is big enough. You have to wear that size for 3 weeks, if you sometimes longer. It's a minimum of 3 months. The whole process takes 3 months before you can even have your exchange surgery. But I really want to get this over with as soon as I can, because this process is horrible. You can't sleep on your stomach. You can't sleep on your side. It feels like you're carrying huge melons with Brillo pads underneath. I'm just letting you know. The best thing that helps is ibuprofen and Aleve. If you don't have prescription pain medicine, it's completely up to your doctor. I don't right now, and so I'm having to make do with what I have, and there are a lot of things you can use, like cinnamon and pineapple juice, which helps with pain and inflammation. I'm going to make another video about that, but you're going to want to stay elevated. The more elevated you stay, and I know that it's uncomfortable, the better your body will heal. and the more oxygen will flow. You're also going to notice that there will be some flaking and peeling off. So not only on my nipple that they were able to spare here, especially up in here, I have a lot of flaking skin, and I even had it on my nose here. Your skin's very dry. Your body is just not used to what's happening and it doesn't know what to do. So please know that that's normal. Please don't freak out. Don't think that your skin is flaking off and you're dying. It's just your body trying to get used to the trauma, trying to really just make friends with trauma is what I'm saying. It's not trying to get used to the trauma, it's trying to make friends with the trauma. Let's see. The pinball feelings are gonna be normal. Please make sure that your nurses do numb you plenty before they inject you with the saline. I'm pretty sure it's protocol to do that, but you can never just be too careful. Let's see what else is there. So the flaking, the peeling, the heart palpitations, the feeling like you're gonna die. Yeah, that's pretty much before you get your first fill. By the time you get your first fill, and normally they do that on the 3rd week, so 3 weeks post-op, or about 2.5 weeks post-op, is when your body's gonna start feeling normal again. That's when they're gonna start filling you up with the saline, and you're gonna kind of have to live to learn with the new stuff all over again. So just basically, even though it's different for everybody, these are common factors that I've found with other people who've had this surgery and procedure done. Drink a lot of water. Don't be freaked out. When I had my surgery, I was retaining so much fluid. I looked pregnant. My stomach was so hard for like the first 12 hours. I could not stop peeing. I just had to pee ridiculously. It was the most horrible thing ever. And it was just very uncomfortable because you're already like, I've lost these appendages. Why am I huge? It's just fluid. It's completely normal. You'll pee it out. Your body's gonna pee out the anesthesia and all the other toxins. It's totally normal. I would say it's probably gonna take about 6 months for you to feel like yourself again, from the date of your surgery, the first surgery, to the 6-month mark. And that includes your transfer surgery. It's gonna take about 6 months. I can know this from previous surgeries I've had before, but also kind of just knowing the schedule that I've been on, and also what other people have told me, it's gonna take about 6 months for your body to feel normal. But I can already let you know, it's great being even though I'm still small. It's lovely feeling like me again. I haven't felt like this in a very long time. It's been a year and a couple of months, but it feels like a decade. And it's a really good feeling when you start to feel like yourself again, even though you feel like it's never going to happen. It will happen. The hardest thing for me has been sleep, because I'm a stomach sleeper and I'm not going to be able to do that again for a while. But fortunately, when I do get the explant surgery and the transfer surgery, I know that this is all very confusing. I should be able to sleep on my stomach after that heals, but definitely on my side after that heals over a short period of time. So just do what makes you comfortable. Sleep and movement is the very best medicine, but I will say don't push yourself. It's good to move around and go pee, and even that is something to be proud of. Just walking to the bathroom, walking to make yourself a glass of water. There are days where I can't even pick up like an 8-ounce cup full of water. It's just too heavy, and there are days where I can. You have to trust your body. I have been out as a human being for 6 hours twice since I've had this surgery done, and I wasn't even overexerting myself. I went to a kava bar just to hang out with my boyfriend, and I felt exhausted for the next day. And this has happened twice, and I was completely exhausted the next day. So give your body time. Don't force it. It's going to take longer than you'd like. Trust me, I know, but you will feel better. leave me some questions down below, or if there's something that I've forgotten that you have a question about, please leave it down below. I'm not going to talk about my breast implants. I think I'll make that in another video, probably part 2 for sure, because you guys, I want to tell you what I'm choosing, what I think I'm going to choose, and why. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Okay, until then, love you.